Oh, snap. Check out the countdown. Oh, snap. That means ropes is going down. Let's get it. When I asked Misty Mark about coming on Off the Top Rope, she said she'd love to. Expect this episode to leave a mark as being a sizzling episode. Promotions like Dog Pound Championship Wrestling, Squirt Circle Pro, know Misty is more than your average woman. She talks it up live this Thursday night on Off the Top Rope at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Prime Time. She gives everyone a sneak peek about what promotions she would love to leave her mark next in pro wrestling. Check out this episode because it will no doubt leave a mark when it airs live.
Tyrone Asbury. Yo. Yeah. I need y'all to listen to me right now as I take you on this journey. Podcast journey. Only the greats can make it to this level.
What is up, everybody? Of course, it's Off the Top Rope Thursday night in prime time. I'm your boy Ty Asbury. I want to thank you for watching this episode. I want to say this episode will definitely leave its mark because my live guest, of course, Mystii Marks, is in the house. Mystii, how you doing tonight?
Hi guys, I'm doing pretty good. Enjoying family right now, so everything is on the up and up.
Mystii, that we've been trying to get this show together for a long time. I mean, we had a time difference. Unfortunately, I had COVID, which sucked, but I'm glad to have you on the show because I've been watching what you're doing. I mean, you're doing great things in wrestling, and I want to ask you first and foremost, like, how often do you wake up and say, man, I can't believe I've been doing this wrestling for so long? I mean, like, does that hit you a lot?
It does. Like, I'll be doing random stuff, and I'll be like, dang, I'm a wrestler. Like, I'm living my dream. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And that's the thing, too. It's like, I talked to a lot of guests about this. You being a wrestler yourself, I want to ask you this question as well. Do you really think in wrestling you should take advantage of what you have in wrestling? Because in wrestling, God forbid, you don't want to get injured, but tomorrow is never guaranteed. So do you think in wrestling, take the chances while you have it?
Absolutely. There's so many chances I've taken in my wrestling career. And I guess we'll get into that later. But yeah, always take that chance because you never know. Wrestling can stop like that,
Yeah, and that's the thing too, because I mean, like wrestling and wrestling has changed over the years. I mean, you had the Attitude Era. I mean, you had so many the old school days. But if you look at wrestling today, how would you maybe 1, 2, or 3 words? How would you describe wrestling today?
Innovative, creative, and awesome.
Yeah. That's simple. Simple as put it. And of course, Mystii, this is your first time on Off the Top Rope. So I want to ask you, for fans who don't know who you are, a lot of fans who know who you are, like what do you want fans to know about you? Maybe that's something that they don't know.
Well, like, it's crazy. When I first started wrestling, I was known as Crazy Eyes because, like, my eyes are like, they're big sometimes when I wrestle. So one thing I want to know is that I look intimidating. I was told I look intimidating. I'm a very sweet person. Like, anything you know about me, I'm very sweet. It's just I'm just playing a character, guys. I'm a sweet lady. I promise.
and like, do you think where when you're playing your character in wrestling, but you have you being you outside of wrestling, do you think it's hard is it hard for you to like turn off Mystii Marks and just be you, or like how does that work for wrestlers? I'm sure there's wrestlers who they don't like to break kayfabe and they just like how does that work with you?
With me, I mostly, like, before I hit the curtain, like before it starts, I have to get in the mode of you're no longer yourself. You have to get into this character mode. So I tell myself, this is not you. You're Mystii Marks. You're majestic. You're the greatest competitor in the ring. You're a badass. I have to like talk these words up to myself. Even though I'm some of those things in my personal life, I have to be more aggressive as a wrestler. Cause me, I'm a sweet person, you know. I am aggressive in my personal life, but as a wrestler, it's like I gotta get into beast mode. So I have to tell myself these words like you crazy, you a bad bitch. Like, you know, I don't know if I can say that, but you know, you that woman. So I have to tell myself those right before I hit the curtain. It's like a switch. I have to click on and off.
Yeah, I'm just saying this. You know, for wrestlers watching the show now who has never wrestled Misty Marks, you can see firsthand right now. Don't piss her off. So if you do, I feel sorry for you. So I wouldn't want to be you stepping in the ring to face the one, the only Misty Marks, who is
Come
on
on
off
now.
the top rope Thursday night in prime time. And I'm so glad we finally got this show going because
Yes.
we've been talking so long. Now, Misty, on the show, we always do a thing we call Twitter take show. I want to show you this clip. I'm sure you'll probably remember this match. I got to ask you first. Now, the question is, you guys were wrestling in the parking lot, concrete. Did that hurt? Like, God forbid, like, did anybody fall in the concrete? I mean, like, how my body just ached looking at it because, like, God forbid, man, if somebody fell and hit the pavement. Like, I mean, what was your feelings about that match?
So that match was done like for back to school. We did it at Gildan Honda in San Antonio, and me and Vicky V just went all out. So when we realized like we were gonna have to be outside the ring, we had to go with the flow. And if I didn't finish the clip off, but if you would have went to the kids was like, and they were like eating their sandwiches and their snacks. So it was scary at first. Being outside the ring, you don't have that padding, that cushion that protects you. But at the end of the day, we were safe. We protected each other. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. But it was scary. Don't get me. It was scary. I was like, man, if I hit this concrete, woo. This face is, pretty.
Missy, I felt that for you. I'm like, man, God forbid if somebody, dive, through the top rope, middle rope, one of each other, man. There's no padding out there, no carpet, nothing. So, I mean, much respect to you ladies for pulling that off. And, but the most important thing is the fans were up and close, and that's why you're here is because of the fans. And, I give it to you, man, for doing that.
Yeah, they were behind me the whole time. Like the kids was like, "Go Misty, go Misty!" And then when I gave her that last one on the apron, they was like, "Yeah!" So they hyped me up a lot.
Now, you of course, being a wrestler, I'm sure over the years you've grown, added new moves to your repertoire, everything. And when you look at yourself tonight compared to the Misty Marks, let's say, of 2 years ago, like how do you see like how you developed as a pro wrestler?
Well, for those of you who don't know, I started off as a referee. So I didn't start off immediately as a wrestler. I started off as a referee at Reality of Wrestling. And then once my 2 years were up there, I decided to make a change and go to Dog Pound. So I went to Dog Pound, and Jazz saw something in me. She was like, wait, Misty has something. Let's put her in the match. So from going from referee to wrestler it's an adjustment, because as a referee, it's hard to be a referee, to be honest with you. It's freaking hard. And for me to, as a referee, though, I got to see certain things like, okay, this is a part of the match where they do this. This is the part of the match where they do that. And then once I became a wrestler, I started to see how the referee sees the match. And I was like, oh, snap. Okay, the referee's involved. Let me make the referee look good. Let me get them involved. Let me make sure they know when to count and, when to do that last, that all moment. So it was an adjustment, but I think it helped me to become a better wrestler because I'm starting to understand how to put a story together, how to tell a story in the match, and how to make my opponent look good and us feed off each other's energy. So I've grown so much in the past year. I've only been wrestling about a year and a half. My first match was August 1st of last year.
Yeah.
So I've developed so much, and I'm only getting better. Like you said, I'm adding stuff to my arsenal every week. I go to training, and I'm getting better. It's It's still mind blowing to me. I'm like, dang, I'm here.
Now I'm gonna ask you, like I said, you keep it on the down low. You don't have to tell us here on the show, but
Uh-oh.
is there a move that you've been wanting to try, and maybe you're like, man, should I do this or not? I mean, like, is there a move that you've been itching to try for so long? Just trying to add a little sizzle to who you are.
So recently, I've been wanting to draw the scissor kick because if you saw my recent podcast, I love Alicia Fox. She is one of the greatest to me. I love her moveset,
Oh
what she can
yeah.
do. So I love her scissor kick because her legs are so long and she makes them look beautiful.
Oh yeah.
So just recently, I tried it as a finisher, and I was like, maybe like a falsie. I'll use it as a falsie. Oh, but it didn't give the reaction that I was looking for. But that's one thing I've been working on is my scissor kicks. And funny story, yesterday I started working on half Nelson Germans. I really want to learn how to do that because I was told that I'm considered a big girl in this business, even though I'm so small. It's weird. But I want to learn how to do those and give it to my opponents. So those are the two things I'm working on right now.
Well, I've seen by watching your matches, you have like that finesse, but you also got the power too. So you got a lot of things to work with, in the
Yeah.
future to, a lot of stuff to add, to what you want to do. So, I see like the sky is the limit for you. And if you want to try a scissors kick, like Alicia Fox, keep trying it until you get it. I mean,
I am. I love the way it looks. I got somebody sent me a photo of actually me doing it, and you can see my face. I was like, and I was like, yeah, like I like it. So I'm gonna keep it, but I just want to, I don't know, turn it up a little bit. I don't know, put some flavor on it. I'll figure it out.
Misty, I've said to this a lot of ladies who've been on the show before about the women's evolution of wrestling today. I mean, you ladies are in the main events today. I mean, you ladies are doing so many things in wrestling, and you're a part of that. And as we speak tonight, 2022, and how would you like to leave your mark on women's wrestling right now?
Like I've never like how can I say this? Like I just want to be a legend in the business.
Yeah.
I want my name to be a household name. Like I want people to be like, "Oh, you remember that match with Mystii and whomever? It was an awesome match. She's an awesome wrestler." I just want to be able to travel the world and do something that I love. In order to make that mark, I have to keep training. I have to keep getting better. I have to want to wrestle every woman in this business because every woman I've wrestled thus far has taught me something different. Has taught me how to be a better heel or a better baby face or how to maneuver certain move sets to make them look more crisp and clean. So that's the main thing that I've been working on is trying to go through all the women. I know it's a lot, but trying to go through every woman to make me a better wrestler. And that's just what I believe. And I think I could be a household name if I keep it up and keep going at the pace I am because I think I'm doing pretty good.
Good. Speaking of, I want to tell everybody watching live, speaking of pretty good, I hope you know, and you're probably saying too, this episode is pretty good because, of course, live tonight on Off the Top Rope. Thursday night, we have the one, the only Mystii Marks is in the house. So, as I always say, if you want to, like I said, if you want to ask her a question, you want to keep harping on her about trying, the new moves she wants to try, keep harping on her and tell her, Mystii, do these moves. Just send her a comment. I'll be glad to read it to her on the air because we are live as live can be here on Off the Top Rope Thursday night. And as always, I want to thank everybody for watching the show, of course. Now, Mystii, I know you're very familiar with Texas, so we're going to take the show and we're going to go on a Texas turn because I was so curious about asking you these questions. The first one, I'm going to roll this clip, the first one for you.
Okay.
Now, of course, Texas Turn Part 1. Name two great things about, of course, this organization, Dog Pound Championship Wrestling. Two great things about it.
The coaches and the training. The training that I've gotten here, I have not gotten them anywhere else. They're hands-on. There's not many trainers that you have that are still working and still come and train you. You're not going to get that nowhere else. And then to have one of them to actually be an amateur wrestler. Rodney Mack, he was an actual amateur wrestler. So he's showing you real moves that you can make look awesome in the ring. So those two things, having an actual worker and the training, it's unmatched. I love that place.
Yeah, like I said, I'm about to say dog pound. Yes.
Any dogs in the house, baby? Yes.
I've wanted to do that for so long, but yeah, it's just like I hear so many great things about Jazz and Rodney Mack, and it's like, man, like it's just like two people I gotta get on the show one day, but like they're just I hear so many great things,
Yeah.
and I like the fact that they are not afraid to pass down the knowledge that they've done to you and everything. And it's Misty, would you say in wrestling you can't be selfish? Like I would think, is that a bad thing being selfish in wrestling?
It is a bad thing because I hate the fact that some wrestlers be like, "Oh, that's my move."
Yeah.
It's not your move. It's a move that we all do. That's just like saying, "Oh, I put someone in a headlock. Oh, that's my move." No, everyone uses a headlock. Everyone does an arm drag. It's just you as a wrestler, you have to make it your own. Put your own flavor to your own spin on it. And that's what makes you stand out, when you wrestle. And that's what I'm striving to be, especially being with Jazzy Rodney Mack. They'll show you how to put that extra zing zang on it,
Hang on, yeah.
that zing zang, and make it look like help you to develop. Oh, this is what I want to do. Okay, this is what you want to do. How can you make it yours, Misty?
Yeah.
How can you make it your move? And you're not gonna, man, you ain't gonna get that nowhere else. Seriously.
It's just really cool that one day when you look at your career, there's only one Misty Marks, and that's you. But
Yeah.
when you look at the young talent looking up to you, that like I said, you may be a trainer in the future. Like I said, you can be passing your knowledge down to them, and I could tell that you'll be excited when you get to that point and training the stars of tomorrow. So I mean, it's just the way it is. I can tell when that time comes, we pass down your knowledge to the Misty Marks, of tomorrow. So
Yeah. Who knows? I might be partnering with Jazzy Rodney Mack.
Oh yeah.
We might come together and do a collab. Who knows?
We continue with the Texas term. We'll go to part 2, of course.
Okay.
This organization well too, of course. Talking about, of course, two great things about Vixens Wrestling Revolution.
The production team, and the female wrestlers that they had to come there.
Yeah.
They're top notch. And I've learned so much from these women. So those two things, especially Scott Bruce, that guy there believed in me. And he gave me a chance also when I came on the scene. He was like, "Missy, I'll give you a match." I'm like, okay. Okay. And me and him have a great connection as well. So the production team and the women that they book, whoever the booker is, I think it is Scott, if I'm not mistaken, on point. And they let us be us. They just say, "Oh, we give you 12 minutes. Go for it."
Misty, it seems like, well, you've been in the business, you would know, way more than me. Like with social media, everybody has like 10 emails to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is wrestling? Is it such a big way to network now? Because you got emails, social media. Is that very beneficial for talent to get in touch with a promoter or a wrestler about talking about a match or something? Like how has social media, emails, all that stuff helped wrestling today?
It has helped a lot. I know when I first started, I'm not a social media person. I only post because I have to have the content in order to be relevant, is what they say.
Yeah.
But it has grown so much. So whenever I started posting stuff and posting my move sets and stuff that I did in matches, I started getting recognized more. And I was like, okay, let me start doing that a little bit more. So I came up with Fan Fridays. I take pictures with the fans whenever they come see me at the table, whenever they buy my merchandise. That has helped me as well to network and them be like, "Oh, where you get that shirt? Oh, that's Misty." So it has helped a lot, even though I just can't stand social media. I prefer to have a conversation like we're having right now, even though we're live on camera. It's personal.
Yeah.
It's personal. Like I like that personal interaction with people. But social media has changed the game for sure. Because I've networked with so many women across the border that I've never met before, as far as in person. But I see them, I'm like, oh snap, like go girl, that camaraderie between us that also helps as well. So it's a journey. It's a journey.
Misty, your journey is going to continue, and I'm so excited to see how things go for you. They're going to go great. After we leave the show tonight, you got a lot of great things coming up. So now, part 3 of the Texas Turn.
Oh,
You're gonna like you gonna like this one. So, if best food I should try before hitting up a wrestling match.
You caught me with that one. So I usually go light before a match, or I don't eat at all. This is gonna sound a little country. So I usually do Chick-fil-A. Get me a salad from Chick-fil-A. Come on now. Can't go wrong with Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Or I'll do Panda Express. Those are my 2 go-tos before a match.
Panda Express, believe it or not, I never had it. And you can be like, are you serious? I never had it.
How dare you? Yeah. How dare you? It's really good, especially their vegan egg rolls. Woo! They delicious. They delicious. Or if I don't do that food, like if I don't buy anything, I'll have a meal prep, rice, vegetables, and some chicken.
Yeah, but Chick-fil-A with their fries and their I can't talk about it right now because
let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. And the crazy thing is, you mostly crave Chick-fil-A on Sundays when it's closed.
When it's closed, yeah. And they would have if they weren't closed. I think about Chick-fil-A, the money it would make on a Sunday with football season in effect. So.
What?
Yeah, so
man, stop playing with them. Stop playing with them. Because I swear, I'd be like, let's go to Chick-fil-A. And they'd be like, it's Sunday. Yeah. Like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. I don't even want to eat.
Now, Mystii, of course, we all know that the 2 biggest wrestling companies, there's so many. I mean, WWE, AEW, Impact, Ring of Honor, NWA. But if you take WWE and AEW, what do you think when that time comes? Like I said, I can see it happening that you could bring to either promotion.
That's a good question. Well, to be honest, I really never. I wouldn't never seen myself being in either of those companies. To be honest with you, yeah. I kind of just want to be this independent wrestler. Like it would be awesome to be on TV. Like don't get me wrong, the paycheck would be good, all the other things, but I just want to be an independent wrestler and just wrestle all over the world. And I know WWE would afford that opportunity. Also AEW would. But I would want the door to open up even more to other countries, Russia, if I could go to Germany, all those great places. But if I had to say, I would bring like the badassery to each company. Like I look different. I'm a little bit shorter than most of the women you see on TV. And I have this certain swagger about me, this badass swagger about me. I don't know. I think I'll just be different overall.
I can see you, and of course she's killing it in AEW right now. I can see you and Athena having a good match.
Man, she trained me before. And
really?
Yes, I think it was my second year. We were invited down there from Rally of Wrestling to go train with her.
Man.
I saw her and I was like, I can't wait to wrestle you, girl. I can't wait. That she's actually on one of my, I've started to develop a dream match type of thing, and she's on my list. I can see us wrestling. I can see her whooping my ass though, but it'll be a good match. I'll put up a good fight.
It'd be a good match, like AEW, Full Gear on Dynamite, because
any of them. Pick one. I'll raise my hand. Athena, I'm fighting her. Yeah, I'll take that ass whooping.
Now, Mystii Marks, tonight is your first time on being on the road, so I got to stump you on this next question. So you ready for the next segment?
Y'all turn your mic off. Turn your mic off. Turn them off.
All right, let's go to it.
Damn, Ty. That's good.
The question is, all right, we all know, of course, you love the fans. Now, the question is, create your very own type of wrestling match where fans can have some sort of involvement in the match.
What do you mean create? You mean what's like a type of match or
any type of match? Like if you were laying down and napping and like, I'm gonna try to do this match. Any match you could think of.
Ooh, a TLC match.
I like them. Oh yeah.
A TLC match, and I was very scared to do those type of matches when I first got in. I'm like, nope, I don't need to do all that. Nope, I'm not getting hit with nothing. But I recently got hit in the back with a kendo stick from Vicky V, and I was like, okay, it wasn't that bad, but it was bad. So I kind of want to up my game a little bit, being the fact that me and Vicky V has a no DQ this weekend. So we're
Oh,
gonna so we're gonna have trash cans, Kindle sticks, chairs. So
she had
to
the
be
fans throw them out like fans can throw you. Give you
exactly
stuff.
here,
Yeah,
use this.
yeah.
We want tables. He'll take a table. Yeah, he'll use my baby. No, just so
Well,
yeah, I think that'll be cool. The fans pick which weapon we have to use next. That'll be dope.
now, like I said, you have a match this weekend, and when we get to the end of the broadcast tonight, I want you to promote the match because I'm excited. If you've been talking about it all program long, so before we end the show, you got to promote it too as well. So,
Gotcha.
but speaking of promoting things, that of course I have to say you have, of course, an October match coming up, and I want you to slam and promote this match. I'm gonna roll the clip as well because
Oh,
coming
Lord.
up, October 8th. What do you gotta say about this one? This is big.
So this little girl, MJ, I just wrestled her for Vixens Wrestling Revolution this past Friday, and I beat her, of course, and I'm looking forward to pinning her again. But I'm not gonna lie, she's an awesome competitor. We have great chemistry in the ring. Um, I'm just looking forward to what we can come up with next. But at the end of the day, she got mystified, and she's gonna get mystified in another state. So that's just 2 check marks.
Check mark.
Checked in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Checked in Arkansas.
And that match. Now that match, can fans watch it live, or can they watch it after the fact?
You can watch it live if you go to Ozark Mountain. Ozark Mountain Wrestling. You can come out to the show. I believe the tickets are $20 for front row, 10 for if want second or third row, or you have to wait till it comes out on YouTube in about I think it's about a week. It takes about a week, and you can just see me check her in Arkansas.
That's the way it is. And actually, I rarely do this on the show, so I'm gonna do it tonight because Mystii Marks is here. Slam and promote, of course. And this is reversed back because September 16th, last week, you got Wicked, the Wicked game for Vixens Wrestling Revolution. And how was this event? So I've heard a lot of great things about it.
It was awesome. It was supposed to be a triple threat with Jessica James, but she found out, that I was mystifying bitches all over Texas, so she decided to back out, which is okay. And that's how me and MJ started this one-on-one feud that we have going on because the Vixens match that was supposed to be set for us back in July was canceled, and I think that's because she kind of chickened out. So, when it came about again, Jessica James was like, I don't want none of that. Y'all can go ahead and do what y'all do. So we did what we did in that ring, and the crowd reacted amazingly. And shout out, you know what? Let me address this. Sorry. The little girl, I threw up MJ Santana sign. You know what? Get over it, okay? Because you didn't make me a sign, and that pissed me off. So I tore up your sign. And if you come to Ozark, I'm going to tear up your sign again. Don't play with me, lady. Just don't. But anyways, yeah. And me and MJ tore down the house. We were the debut match for that night. So if you guys want to check it out, you can always head on over to Title Match and check out how I, mystified.
Hey, it's all about being mystified. And like I said, somebody else going to get mystified. Your big match this weekend. You've been talking about all show. What's going on this weekend?
So Vicky V has been a thorn in my freaking side since I got to Dogg. And at this point, I'm just fed up with what she's got going. I don't know what she got against me. I know I'm the chosen one from Jazz. She handpicked me. And I don't know if she's just jealous. So Vicky V, this Saturday, September 24th, there's no more games, sweetheart. I'm freaking tired of your mess, and I'm tired of you stepping into my business. So, and it's no disqualification match. you will be mystified and checked off my list finally. And I don't want to hear nothing about who's the better woman at Dogg now. That's for damn sure.
Man, like I said, if you haven't gotten a ticket to this match, get your tickets for this match. So I mean,
Castroville, Texas, bell time is at 7.
Man, definitely get, like I said, and on the way, get your Chick-fil-A on the way. Check out this match.
Get your Chick-fil-A and your Panda Express. Come on down.
Mystii Marks, I want to say that you left your mark on this episode of Off the Top Rope. Continue leaving your mark in wrestling because I'm proud of you. And like I said, you're going to be doing big things. And from 1 to 10, would you ever come back on Off the Top Rope again so we can party it up and talk it up?
Absolutely. But we got to make sure, nobody catches COVID. I don't get the times mixed up. We got to make sure we on point, okay?
Well, you always have a home here on Off the Top Rope, and I want to thank you very, very much for coming on the show, and good luck with your match this weekend. Go mystify them, tear them up, and definitely do what you got to do. But most importantly, that Mystii is that God bless, stay healthy, and keep doing what you're doing, girl.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye, guys. Oh, you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's Mystii, Mystii, because I'm twice as better than you. And Marks with an S. You can find me on all social media platforms.
She just left her mark on Off the Top Rope. Mystii Marks was in the house tonight. Prime time on Off the Top Rope. Everybody, have a great weekend. Mystii, God bless you. Like I said, keep doing what you're doing. I'm your boy Ty Asbury. We're gonna roll out of here with some sizzle style and get your Chick-fil-A too. Peace out. Bye-bye.
The Ropes Media. Tyron Asbury. Yeah. Tyron Asbury. Yeah. Every chance you get to hear us, you clear us